I lost the dog, and I went got it right back, and nobody helped me when I need it. Yeah. And these bitches be choosing, don't care when you lose. Like Michael, I told her, hoe beat it. My let her stay, cause she know how to eat it. Troll on the net, bet we make them delete it. I got your hoe out of clothes, tryna fuck on the stove, she don't want no Victoria's Secret. Hey, you niggas ain't really living that life. I know some niggas kill you for some ice. Need a million, came up off a dicey. You might be my bitch, but you can't be my wife. And I'm still trying to creep through the night. Only time that I'm running, I see them blue lights. It's my way, I don't care what you like. And if I send a hit, then it's gon' be precise. Moving away like I'm Tony Montana. Head on the swivel, I'm dodging the slammer. We the ones hitting on these niggas like hammer. She eating on the dick and I ain't using no manner. I got both stuffed in my bag like I'm Santa. I was just broke, remember eating Vienna. Now that no more, they think that I'm a scammer. I'm still in the trap, you can't catch me on camera. Nigga.
Man, you know, I think, hey man, it's some real. I'm about to spit some real nigga shit. But hey, all right. So I've been, peeping. I've been peeping what's going on the not just on the internet, but what's because everybody be on the internet, right? So, I think people need to understand. Your community is the reflection of the leader. And what do I mean by that, right? For example, it's like what you value in life, right? So, for example, like people who are my age and or let's say my generation, you know what I'm saying? And they haven't like attempted to watch anime or counteract that. They haven't attempt to gain some outside knowledge about the world, um, like rights and wrongs. Because everybody, when you step outside into the world, when you talk to different people that come from different aspects of life, you will understand that right and wrong can mean two different things to somebody else, right? For example, because I can only speak on myself and my experience, and when I say my experience and the experience of other people of what they have opened up and told me, you know what I'm saying? And we can, have the same passion or the same hobbies, the same everything, right? But if your moral is not compass not the same, like what you value the most, then for example, I would disregard the relationship or I'll disregard the friendship. Because yes, money, I love money. I'm a pirate, you know what I'm saying? I love money, but I don't love money enough for me to disregard my friends. Like, there's no money in the world that would, like, like, I'll make jokes and everything, but there's no money in the world that, like, if I had to, like, save one of my friends or get $50 million, I wouldn't be able to just get the $50 million. I actually, there's only a few people on my hands, and this is why I'm saying where like the title says, Whitebeard, why Whitebeard teaches us that family doesn't mean blood. Family means by like the actions, right? And when I say the actions, I'm talking about the actions of the non like without expecting something in return. If we truly family, then real family will respect your wishes as long as not hurting yourself and it's not self harmful, and you explain it's not self harmful. You know what I'm saying? Now, if one of your family members say like, you know what, I'm not talking to you because I'm smoking on crack, that's no. But if your family member says like, or you say this to your family member like, hey, I don't want to speak to you because you are on a path that I just don't fundamentally want to be a part of your journey, and I respect you enough to let you be which who you want to be around environment. And I think that's where Whitebeard from One Piece teaches us, because Whitebeard, if you don't know who Whitebeard is a pirate. But he's called the world's strongest man. I'm not gonna spoil it. But his whole aspect of life, his reason why he wants to be a pirate is to have a family, And especially in today's times, you know, family doesn't mean like, yes, I'm gonna have like 6 baby mamas. Nah, man. Like, you never know, like, someone, you know how many people I ran into, like, my age who treat me as, when I say their father, I'm not saying like, oh, I'm your dad, right? But they respect me enough to, put me on a pedestal. When I say put me on a pedestal, I mean put me in the positive light, meaning like, they tell me things that they should be telling their parents, but they tell it to me because they're very comfortable with me, and I can give them a balance of wisdom. And the flip side is, sometimes, I meet people who, who wants handouts, especially people my age. They look at me as like my morals are not the best way to move in life, especially if you're trying to get to the bread, trying to get to the money. And I have to let people burn themselves, and because like, when I hang out with somebody, my experience wise, when I hung out with two people the other day, and had fun, great blast, jokes and everything, right? But they're not on the same mindset as me. They're not grinding for real, bro. They settling. You know what I'm saying? And even if I can think they're so cool, and when I say cool, like at least they're respectful to me. You know what I'm saying? I would not jeopardize what I have going on, and I think you should. That's why I'm trying to, educate the people. When I say the people, just educate anybody who. When I say listen, because you can learn a lot through interactions with different minded people. I'm not saying you gotta hang out, be best friends with them, right? But just let them talk. Just listen to them. Let them hear them out. You know what I'm saying? Just let them talk. They'll tell you more about themselves than you need to let on. Just listen to them, right? And one of them said, like, yeah, this person, she said that you were, for the first few months while she was there, you were getting her through life, and that actually, I was like, dang, I need to be in Cartersville, right? I need to establish a home base in Cartersville, because one thing I learned in sales, especially in the game Papa Pizzeria, you're always gonna have one of them tough customers, tough customers, right? The one that judges everything, right? And that's how I felt, it's just a feeling, what I'm saying, with my peers. They judge me super hard, really hard. Like they judge me more than their own family. And they didn't even judge my family. They judge me critically. If I couldn't make a mistake, and that's the life of a leader. You know what I'm saying? Like yes, I'm human. Yes, I make mistakes. Like I'm not Whitebeard. You know what I'm saying? So like I'm ace. I made the time skip at the same time though. Like I think people need to understand that like I'm on this journey with y'all. And just because I have wisdom doesn't mean I have everything figured out as far as the pieces, So when I go through situations, when I give quote unquote people the benefit of doubt, is I'm learning a whole different aspect of coding when it comes to people skills. Because like for example, some people make fun of my content creation, right? I'm a content creator, and I always truly believe, excuse me, I always believe your community is a reflection of your leadership skills. So I'm have Cineraf tatted on my sleeve, or had tatted on my sleeve, is showing me that, excuse me, I'm patient. The opposite of wrath is patience. So obviously Jimmy is, if it's Jimmy or a Tessa is going off, I mean Teresa, you know what I'm saying? They're not, if they don't understand that, if they don't, I'm very old school. So I'm very, non-confrontational, meaning like, well, we're not gonna go to war over something dumb. Like if I'm gonna go to war, either I'm gonna rescue you, or I'm gonna or defend you. I'm not gonna go out and attack you. I'm not doing that, right? So if my supporters don't understand that they're not my supporters. Like, I want to live in a world where women feel so much freedom, where they don't have to worry about is this man, have ill intentions with me. I want them to know every man, and when I say every man, I want them to know, like, okay, in the world I live with, this man is safe, because there's actually evil people in the world. Don't get me wrong, and so for me to do that, because it's big 2025, no one is really going to it's all about your image. So for example, people, I'm learning how to be more, open. I don't really tell people what I'm, going through, because in reality, I always look at it like it is what it is, and I always look at it like there's always someone else going out there who are doing it worse. And I tell people this all the time, some people, they are very, I want to say envious and jealous, because I read body language. I think some people they judge other people's lives too much, meaning like they think that their life should be better than yours. And what I mean by that is, like, something in their life, could be a family member, a friend, a stranger too. This applies to anybody. They view you, right, and they see your life and they see their life, and something in their life isn't, going right, and so they try to seek you for the answer, or they try to seek or watch you for the answer. And that's where you gotta hit the Meliodas counter, send that back to them, because you're putting your burden, you're putting your insecurities, you're putting your energy, like, you're putting everything that you should be working out onto me or such individual. And so when such individual has a point, like, what, deal with your own, you shouldn't feel any type of way. That person shouldn't feel any sense of, like, because you're watching from a screen. You see what I'm saying? And so we have to get out of this mindset of, fear. When I say fear, like, fear of, when I say the unknown, like, fear of, oh, what is this person going to say? Because I live my life, I don't care what people think. I really don't care what people say, because they don't have, if there was a camera on my lens, like, on my life, I'll be okay, because, like, the interactions I have, like, for example, I was hustling today, and I ran into someone from the dojo. He came to kickboxing. He has outfit on everywhere he steps. He look goofy as he look goofy as shit. I ain't gonna hold you, the motherfucker look goofy. But he first thing he did was that. I don't know if he even remembered me. You know what I'm saying? But he fist me, boom. I was like, I remember him, but I don't think he remembered me. You see what I'm saying? So it's crazy, because, like, I'm always gonna be human, and it kind of, I'm not gonna use the word hurt. I really don't care. I think some people don't understand. Like, so for example, I was in a situation, and when I say situation, I experienced this, right, where in my hometown, my peers view me as, like, a demon. They really, like, they don't, like, my peers view me as something to either access or gain. They don't really see me as human. Like, they view me as a god. And it's crazy, because I don't want that, and I didn't desire that. It's just, I worked on myself so much, and I got motion, and it's very rare for someone in your hometown to have motion and, still be able to walk around freely, not really beef with nobody, because, like, when I came back, a lot of people don't understand that I made sure, when before I even, like, was popping for real, I went to everybody who I was able to contact, and I was like, hey, I'm cool with y'all. There's no beef. Whatever we got, just drop it. And then some people I was like, hey, I have to come see you once. And it took me 2 years. It took me 2 years to Took me 2 years to find somebody, but you know, we squashed it, handled it like gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? And that's not even a flex. It's just something I had to do for not even for me, but you know, just for the overall evolution of my being. That makes sense. Like, you know what I'm saying? And so, you know, someone told me, he was like, man, I wish I was able to be viewed as a piece of meat. And I mean, it was a white dude, of course, but I think he doesn't understand. Like, it's not cool, it's not fun to be lusted after in a short period of time. I understand. Actually, that's why I understand women so much. You know, that's why I think women always gravitate towards me, because I think they're the first. I'm the first person in their life that don't view them as only a piece of meat. You know, I mean, shit, I'm trying to get you bad. You know, I'm trying to get in there. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But like, I'll actually, you know, get to know. I'll be very upfront. Get like the time, place. For example, like if I meet her outside of work, I'm getting straight to it. I'm like, yo, I'm not gonna say like I'm gonna smash, but I'm gonna like, hey, I ain't at work. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let people know, like what the women know, like my intentions from the jump. And that's sometimes, I think that sometimes scares them, because they probably thinking like, and feeling like, oh, when's he gonna switch up? You know, then. So, but that's what I'm trying to say is being like, because my desire and my dream is I want a family. I just want to show my friends to my grandparents. And you know, when I say my friends, like friends come and go. Don't get me wrong. Like I know who are my friends and who are not my friends. You know, friends, like if you're not my friend, there's not really nothing you can really say to be like to get me upset. Like only a friend can get me upset. You see what I'm saying? Only a friend can make me feel some type of way. Only a friend can, push my buttons. Only a friend can, help me, uplift me. You know what I'm saying? So when I'm cold shouldering one of my friends, it's a reason, right? A lot of people, I guess, didn't expect this version of me, and it's only gonna get worse. Because like, yes, I mean, to a certain extent, I will feel pity. At the same time, though, like I said, your community is a reflection of your of the streamer, and I'm going to create. I'm creating a world, bro, where like, bro, all the clowns. Like, I mean, we gonna have fun, we be goofy. The party never gonna stop. You know what I mean? But bro, like all this Aiden Ross, all this Wendy, all of this non-necessary drama, doxing, hacking, like I'm staying far away from that. I don't really care about the perception of the internet liking me, or I don't need the internet. Like, I don't need y'all. When I say I don't need y'all, I don't need y'all as far as as a come up, as a stepping stone. I can always learn from somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna hold you. Aiden Ross is like, here, man, here's $50,000. I'll be like, hey, if you give me this $50,000, I ain't giving nothing back. Like, don't expect nothing out of me. I ain't giving you money back. I'm not gonna be doing anything for you. It's gonna be out of the kindness of your heart. That's what I mean. And so some people don't think like that, And so, and I'm the type of nigga where I know, because I make music, and I know who I'm assigned to. Because I was signed to a label. I'm not really trying to be big on label. I'm not really trying to run a label for real. I'm not even trying to produce. I'm just trying to rap. That's all the time. I'm just trying to go in the booth and just spit. But everybody tells me in my hometown, like, everybody knows I'm good at rapping. Everybody knows this. Like, I can freestyle all day. Everybody knows this. The only label that I was signed to, it would be High Level, Corday. That's the only label in this world I trust. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I mean in the sense of where, like, for me, it's gonna take time. You know what I'm saying? So, everybody knows I be yapping. You know what I'm saying? It's like, people the other day they said Malik yapping again, but that's what all I want to say is, family doesn't mean blood, bro. Like, your family you can walk into your family. Like, for example, people view me as like their fathers, man. Ace, big dog Ace. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I'm not gonna use the word kind soul, because I can be an asshole. Most of the time, I'm an asshole. But I'm a real person. I'm not gonna steal. I'm not gonna manipulate. I'm not gonna put you down. I'm gonna let you be who you are, who you want to be in this world. And that's where, this is a whole nother topic, but, as far as women, promiscuous women, women who, do OnlyFans, I generally would be a very influential person for them, not because of, oh, I'm just trying to fuck. You know what I'm saying? It's just I can really talk to them. See, a lot of guys don't understand how to, and women too, both vice versa. How to have a talk, stimulate the brain, right? So for me, if she cannot even stimulate the brain for me, if I cannot learn, because like I said, I'm learning. I'm 23. I'm learning alongside my peers. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm not 50. I might feel 50, 60, 70, 80 years old. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe older than that. At the same time, though, I'm still learning alongside my peers. You know what I'm saying? I just understand the power that I have, the power that I carry. I just want people to understand that. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, I hope y'all be easy. Hey, stay up, bruh.